welcome everyone to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football. Mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Texas Tech Red Raiders taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Utes will get us started with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas Tech's offense takes the field. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Red Raiders want to move quickly. To throw, it's Strong. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Utah's offense will go to work for the first time today. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He leaves it with his back. Open space at the 25. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And that is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Looking to pass. It's Strong. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Third and short now from their own 48. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job on the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what?
Just steamrolling the defense. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Quickly complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Utes have their offense in high gear. Wilson will throw. He's going to take off. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. How about this? They go empty 5 wide on 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. Finds a crease at the 20. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And the Utes racing to the line in the hurry-up. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the offense on first down. Give to the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. To the air, it's Strong. Finds his big tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Touchdown, Red Raiders! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The give to the back. The Utes will have a 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The run to the left. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. Smashes through. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. And the Utes are rolling down the field. Trying to beat him to the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Wilson to pass. Still looking, on the move. Got the back over the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Tackled, but he has a first down. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the toss. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. It's reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's so easy to let your eyes lie to you, to see the ball kind of go the other way. What's my assignment? My assignment is to make sure I contain on the backside. Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, making the play.
Now improvising. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around, now hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and management. So much easier on the offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. He'll just keep slinging it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Strong. They're trying to get to it. Pulls it in. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. And he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Makes the grab. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Trying to find his man on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off play action on first down. Feeling some heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
The Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wilson will throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security. And
the Utes will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to get the perfect plan just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. The 20. Touchdown, Utah! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
And these guys can play offense, too. Man, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Wilson to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down and 10. The give to the back.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll leave it with him. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On third down, the jet sweep as they try to move the chains. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down.
This defense is in for a long day because they're not going to have to only play with great awareness and eye discipline. They're going to have to be willing to run sideline to sideline and have to try to shut down receivers like that on jet sweeps.
They'll use the running game on first and goal.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the house. Touchdown, Utes! They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way.
Here we go.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And they got him on the ground just short of the 1-yard line. The running back, you could tell he wanted to get in there, wanted to use his power and try to fall forward, but a nice job of tackling by the defense and making that thing fall just short.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Final play of the quarter coming. Pulled and fired complete. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Line getting set on second down. He'll try to pop the draw. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Dropping back, it's Strong. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Looking to throw on second down. Caught over the middle. It's West.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Leaves it with the running back.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through, right? The line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Try to barge their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. They'll try to slam it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Trying play action. He's into the end zone, and we've got a 1-possession game in the 4th quarter. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
23, Texas Tech, 15.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Fast motion from the offense. They want the edge on the jet sweep. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. 3rd down coming. Wilson will throw. Coming after him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The eyes now turn to the defense to see whether they can keep this lead intact late in the 4th. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires one high and deep. And the ball is picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part in getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Tall hill to climb here. 3rd and 10 from inside your own 5. Just don't turn that thing over. From the gun, wants to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. The Utes line up to punt it away. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. You can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of boot.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Dropping back, it's Strong. Trying to get to it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, they're trailing in this game late. The defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch him up.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know on offense now you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. A 3rd and long coming up here. Fires to the right. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You want to talk about making a decision pay off, Jesse. They convert right there and take any doubt out of this game.
I don't know how many guys in the huddle offensively were surprised by the head coach deciding to go for it, but it didn't stymie them. It didn't faze them. They just went out, handled their business. They're going to ice this game.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The run from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Going to try to get it himself. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. Offense in a bunch formation. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.